All right. What's up? What's up? What's up? I always try to go a few minutes early. I mean, I could have just waited it out, but what's going on, y'all? I see I got a bunch of chat here. So I got chat like right here, and then I got the camera right here. So I'm gonna try to talk into the camera with my chat. So I do apologize if I see I got a bunch of I gotta What's up? What's up? Heads up, Mustang guy 6501. What's up, Gary? How we doing? Bill Pace, shout out to one of my channel members. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate the support. Man, I'll tell you what, we had a couple days. We'll talk a little sidebar until we get a bunch of people in here. So, what's up, Cleveland Fox? Is that who I think it is? Ben Thomas, cousin Paul in the house. How we doing? All right, so definitely had a couple of days of good weather. We'll start talking about the topic at hand here in a minute. But we had a couple of days of hot, some decent weather. I think it was like 72 today in early March, which is ridiculous. Like, that doesn't happen in Ohio. Now it's going to be like 35 degrees, and I'm already getting sniffles and stuff. So you can see behind me, got the white car out. We didn't take the white car out for a spin, but I do have a video coming out tomorrow. We went on a really good, kind of like a chill ride, whatever you want to call it. Nobody was with me, but we did talk about the black cars build and where the direction is. I mean, just to kind of give you a hint, it's just I'm real satisfied, like, with that build. So, I talk a lot about it. You guys see it tomorrow. But anyways, the topic at hand tonight is we're going to talk about. I always like to bring you a topic, and feel free to engage in chat about Fox bodies. Leave all the other garbage out, please. You guys know the rules. So, give me your idea what in 2022 why Fox bodies are so popular. You guys can just sidebar chat me, and we'll talk about what you got to say. If you guys have a comment or whatever, I'll pop it up on screen. So. I want to give a big shout out to the people in green. You guys will see the guys in green. They get special emojis and special names and colors and stuff like that. They're channel members. So I do want to say that we do have a channel membership that has its perks. Little join button below. Actually, the guys, tomorrow's video is already up for them, so they're already watching it, and they're going to probably have Wednesday's video tomorrow as well. So I do push it a little bit. Channel memberships help me. Support the channel for stuff like this and for what we did on Dad's car, last week. I think you guys will be pretty impressed with what we did with that. But outside of that, guys, I appreciate the, anything that we get here at the channel stays in the channel. Anyway, because they are anything but new. It's 40-year-old guys and 69 Camaro. That's a good one. So what's up, Paul the Fox? Good to see you, my man. Paul the Fox has a small, it's a growing Fox body channel. I don't want to say it's small. Him and his wife Sally, they do a great job. They stream every Thursday night. All right, so the topic at hand tonight is why are Fox bodies so popular? I mean, that's kind of a dumb question, right? I mean, coming from me, it's a guy who can't stop buying them. I mean, I own a lot of them, and I enjoy every one of them. But, yeah. Popular because they are really well-built cars. What's up, everyone? What's up, JK? Because they are built for anything new. That's right. So, anyways, I did look at some of the stuff that's out there on Google on some of the other people's ideas on what they thought. And, I kind of took a little bit. Like, you can only regurgitate this same topic so many times, but everyone's got their own opinions and their own angles at it. So, I mean, this is kind of a good live topic because you could actually talk about it quite a bit and get into a little bit of detail, whatever. But I think the number one to start, now this isn't in any real order, but one of the good starter things that I had wrote down here is they were dirt cheap years ago. Like, I'm 44 years old, so I was in the born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s. These cars were the car. you know, you had your Vanilla Ice edition, you had your Menace to Society, you had the, you know, all the special edition cars, and it's just like these cars were the car to have, you know, and I really, you know, everybody enjoyed them, right? You know, we're all, you know, most of us that's in my analytics are all, you know, in that age group, you know what I mean? So naturally over the progression of period of time, the Foxbody Camaro, and you can see it, is kind of switching to where, you know, everyone uses it, and you see people in here using that reference right now, the 69 Camaro. Like the 69 Camaro and the old 65 Mustangs and the Machs and, you know, the Shelbys and all that stuff, they were like Barrett Jackson's, like, you know, kings of the hill. And it's like, as soon as you knew that was going to eventually wash its way out, and it has nothing to do with the car not being a good, nice car. It's the fact that the car has just served its time. Does that make sense? The nice thing about Fox bodies is they made so many of them, so damn many of them in different, you know, flavors and vanilla. You know what I mean? They had a very unique look, and I'm not surprised at the Fox body prices, which we're not really talking about that today, which we will cross-reference it. I'm not surprised about the prices going up, the parts going up. Just, you know, they're a unique car. They're got a small wheelbase. They're a light car. They were never, you know, they were the Generation X nostalgia 69 Mustang Camaro. Excuse my French. But we got a question here. Unhooked all connectors, starter solenoid since I painted the engine bay. Forgot where they all go. Oh boy. Starter wire goes on the right side, facing down on it, and pretty much everything goes on the left, unless you have the silly little mini starter or whatever. What's up, Halo Motorsports? Like I just seen a guy on Facebook. Now, you know, we're going to start with the fact that they were dirt cheap years ago and the prices, right? So we're actually going to end with that one. The unique look of it, the Generation X thing, and the fact that the availability, you know what I mean, which is actually my number 2, but just the availability is kind of leaving. You know, the Fox body is popular because it was already popular. You know, years ago they were dirt cheap. In the late 90s, early 2000s, when they started becoming affordable to part out, you know what I mean, and they started becoming, you know, easier to get. Easier to buy, easier to modify. You know, that stuff didn't happen literally till like late 90s. And the funny thing is that's when like the internet hit. So that's when, you know, you could get, you know, corral.net went big, stingnet.com. Wait, was it stingnet.net? I can't remember. You know, and that's when the internet started actually making the Fox body, you know, prepping it to be probably the most iconic, you know, Mustang, at least of its time, and doesn't surprise me that the Cobra R's taken that over, and the Cobra, which is, you know, the two kings of the hill for us. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me, you know, not least bit. But anyways, they were dirt cheap. I mean, I was catching these cars, full cars, in part out / rebuild form for, you know, $500. $1,000. You know, that doesn't mean that they're not still out there. I mean, because they made 1 million of them, like I had said, you know, more than that, 2 million, whatever, between 79 and 93. But, you know, the unique look of them and the fact that they were available, the fact that they made so many of them, you know, in the late 90s, early 2000s, internet was booming. You know, the Fox body started becoming, you know, available with cheaper, you know, and then we started getting into the engine swaps. You know, you started getting into the 351s, and, you know, you already had your 302s. Some people did some SBC stuff, some small block Chevy stuff. I've seen that quite a bit, 350s or whatever. But the fact of the matter is, and it leads me into my second, is they were just light and nimble. So, like, we figured out during the part out phase in the 90s and early 2000s that, wow, these cars are like 2,500 pounds lightweight, and they still look mostly street. You know, if I stick a 400, 500 horsepower motor in that car, going to run 9s. See what I mean? So they started getting into that. You started getting into that whole nimble, light, nimble, and fast, like, you know, that whole genre. You know what I mean? I fell in love with them when I was first riding my 85 T-top. That's what I'm talking about. I have probably cut 20 Fox bodies in half in the 90s. I know. I mean, some of them can't be. What's up, Frank Mustangs? Some of them can't be, you know, can't be saved. You know, it's sad, but you know, they just can't be saved. Reggie Jackson, I own a 69 Camaro convertible and a black notch. The notch is my cruiser and turns heads anytime I roll. Yeah, tomorrow's video when I'm, you guys, it'll be out at 6 or whatever, 6 p.m. EST. You'll be able to see, you'll be able to see us running through. I was getting mean mugged at Walmart. I mean, I was driving through with the black car and they were just looking at me like, you'll see. It's funny, actually. Yeah, I mean, the engine swaps, like I said, you know, the next thing I was talking about was the light. They were light and nimble, so they started getting that. They were so popular because they started getting that street credibility. You know what I mean? That race credibility, where the engine swaps were like, hey, I'm going to stick a big block whatever in here. Like literally, that chassis was big enough in the engine bay to put whatever motor you really wanted into it. I mean, 460 fits super tight in there, but I mean, it's plenty of room still for big headers and such. Yeah, I mean, the Cleveland swap destroys them all. Most powerful production small. Yeah, so the CP Foundry. Yeah, I get what you're talking about. I fell in love watching the movie House Party when I seen that red vert. It's funny. Anyway, so they started getting, like in the 90s and in the early 2000s, they started really growing in popularity. That's really where all this madness comes from. And you know, since I'm a 70s kid, born, you know, grew up in the 80s, like these were, I was still young enough to learn the internet, but still old enough to know better. And that's kind of how, you know, Fox bodies for, you know, the 30s and the 40s year olds. That's why we're, you know, there's so many of us, you know, at that age that are messing with these cars. Anyway, that's when they started getting their street cred. I mean, you're going to see a coupe, that's what you guys all know what I'm talking about. It's kind of a stripper coupe, kind of a race car, but it looks street, but it's not. You know, and that thing only weighs like 2,600 pounds. That you know, we were at the dyno the other day. I did a little bit of video on it. You guys will be able to see it. So, you know, moving on. That's just the availability now. You know, to continue talking about it. Back in the late 90s and early 2000s, I mean, it's, you know, they were a dime a dozen. I mean, I must have found, you know, I probably owned over 500 Fox bodies. And it's just, you know, the availability of them was very strong and deep. You know what I mean? You know, did a lot of flipping, did a lot of building. I've built, me and cousin Paul, cousin Fred, we've built so many of them. And it's, you know, it's kind of that's why it's what we do today. And, you know, I really enjoy, you know, I never, when I go and get another Mustang, I always look at it as like a new, fresh relationship to, like, you know, hey, it's my buddy. I'm going to try to take care of him. You know what I mean? So, you know, they were actually popular in, you know, obviously in the films and in the movies. Hell, that the Ozark, which was super popular in Netflix, you know, it's, you know, it's got that one of their main characters, which the investigator, he drives around in a little GT. I was trying to look at the options and stuff. I was trying to figure that one out. It was pretty funny. So, what's up, Smurfit? What's up, Infamous Project in the house? I was just got done watching his video. Foreplay. You gotta appreciate somebody who gets their fingers as dirty as that. I mean, that motor been hella many times that I've had to dig out some dirt off of a crusty motor. But you never know what's underneath those layers of dirt. What you say, Sean? I bought an 89 Sandbage coupe. Wow. Yeah, $1,800. Like that car right there. Is that the one that's here in your SIG that you can see it? In the process of putting new car. Now, I'll tell you what, the Sandbage Mimosa yellow ones, man. I got a special place for that. In 2000s, I was a Honda guy. That's all right. That's all right. Yeah, that was a super. You know that GT and Ozark, I'm almost positive, and correct me if I'm wrong, tell me that wasn't a Dove Gray GT. Now, I don't know if you guys know color codes, but Dove Gray is super rare. It's not exactly a nice color, but It's not exactly, you know, I've probably seen maybe 3 in my whole time. Nate D. My neighbor in the 90s was a Georgia State patrolman. He had an SSP for work, and his wife had a coupe. Every time he drove I stared at it. I love, that's right, man. That's where it's at. So like I was just saying, you know, I mean, it was just our grown man's, you know, Camaro. It's just the that's what they are today. And the availability, the street cred, the racing, you know. So anyways, they're perfectly, you know, what makes them all, you know, super popular as well is they're good daily driver cars. Like you can literally, you know, that's why I do the things with the videos with my dad's car. Like my dad's car is literally a Ford a Ford stock block. I mean, it's got a Ford Cobra cam in it. It's got Ford rockers. The only thing that's aftermarket's on, it's like the trick flow springs. But, you know, what we've been doing with the FMU is showing you that, hey, you can go out there and either build your own turbo kit or find a cheap turbo kit or whatever. You can put it on the car, put an FMU on it, which is not the optimal way to do it, but it'll get your car rolling. It'll let you shake it down and make a little bit of power and have some fun with it instead of having to wait. You know what I mean? My dad bought an 88 GT for $2,000 and for $2,200 and it's a Christmas present. Wish I still own that car. That's right. Just my story. I turned 16 in 95. I'm not sure what my parents were thinking, but my first car was an 88 GT 5-speed. Did you go through the synchros in that? Anytime you pulled beside a 5.0 back in the days, you pretty much second guess. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. So, you know, it was our, you know, Generation X, which is, you know, the people that are like in their early, you know, just turning 40s or whatever. It's definitely the nostalgia. So, which brings me to the next point I want to make is the investment factor. So, the Foxbody Mustang at this point in 2022, because that's what this live stream is about, the investment factor is strong. So, like, you know, you can go out there and you can buy a Mustang and you can flip it. You can go out there and buy a Mustang, you can build it. The more the Mustang, you know, the higher the Mustang is, it gives you more room to modify it. Back in the day, you know, you bought a Foxbody for $5,000 that was worth $7,000, and you put $10,000 worth of parts in there, and the equity. You see what I mean? The investment part. It didn't make business sense. So at this point, the way the Foxbodies are now, and with me owning a business and analytics and money and stuff, you could pick up a good project roller for whatever, a couple grand or a couple $100, and you could dump a bucket of money on it and still not, you know, as long as it was, you know, stuff was readily available. And even in a pure stock form, you can make money on building the car again. And that's kind of where we're at with the Resto. You know what I mean? You know, Resto Mod or pure Resto OE, you know what I mean? And that's exciting because now you're not losing that equity in the investment factor. You know what I'm saying? So investing in a Foxbody up to a certain point isn't a bad idea. So you got to consider that. I mean, the prices, I seen somebody today posting in New York, this guy wanted $35K for his black on black coupe. And I just was just like, bruh, I'm like, it's like gas prices right now. It's just, I mean, that's top of the hill, man. I had to read that thing twice because I thought I know I need glasses, but bro, I got sorry if I missed your guys' comments. First car in the magazine dedicated, no telling how much money I have in it. I bet, man, I bet. I got a black on black 93 LX a few months ago. Had an 85 GTT top for years after that. Then went 17 years without one. Man, I wish I could get some of mine back. Reference, I got the itch for another, and this will give you an idea of what people pay these days. 1 month ago, I bought an 87 GT. I paid $14,500, 86 original 1,000. Nice. And that's where it's at, you know. So if you picked up a good roller like that red one that I picked up, like it's clean, but it needs a little bit of, you know, it's not the infamous Project Clean that he's got all them Texas cars. That's a joke, by the way. But if you guys don't know who the infamous Project is, he's here in the chat. Make sure you check his channel out. He does a lot of, you know, a lot of building like I do. And we get pretty dirty when we're doing all that stuff. But like, you know, with our grease, I mean, that motor was so greasy, dude. I had to watch that thing twice. Ooh. Anyways, yeah. What was I thinking? Just bought a teal Cobra rotting in someone's driveway yesterday. It's rotting, or is it restorable? The Foxbody changed the aftermarket. Yes, and we're about to talk about that. Frank James, I picked up an 88 for 78K, 15 end of the year. Nice. So where are we at here? We talked about that. So we started talking about they're suitable. These cars were actually really good street daily drivers. And they still are. They were pretty suited for everyday, driving use. Whereas, like, you didn't have to worry about carrying a monster tire on the back, or, you know, you get what I'm saying. You can drive it. You can drive it no matter. I mean, look what I drive. I drive my black car. You guys you're gonna see the video tomorrow. I mean, I drive the shit out of it. I mean, I have a spool in it. I have some pretty big boy racing parts in it. But you know what? That doesn't stop me from putting miles on the road. And I mean, I get made fun of a little bit, and somebody did in my somebody did in my members chat, because, like I said, the members get to see the videos early. He had mentioned, I think it was Pimp. I think you said it. He's like, you see me going around the corner, it's like, because it's the spool and the tire is like, you know, because it's one axle one way. So yeah, it's good times. I don't mind spools. Don't try to start and turn one like in first gear. Don't like just turn, like try to make a big turn out of it. You're not going to make it happen. I just finished my 4-to-8 swap, I would imagine that says, and every bit of 10K into it. Right. So if the 4-to-8 swap was, you know, if you had some money in it, right, then you're not, it goes back to the investment factor. You're not going to lose a ton of money in that. So we talk about one of the biggest ones. We'll talk about one of the biggest things right now, and then we'll go back to street credentials. The aftermarket support, like what did I match that with? It was pretty user friendly. Like this car, you know, the Foxbodies was at an age to where the carburetor, the EFI to carburetor transition started happening, because, like, you know, 85 with a CFI, 86 and a half, that started the EFI. And that's when everything kind of blew up. That's when the aftermarket, you know, world kind of blew up. So these cars had seen the carburetor to fuel injection transition and electronic fuel injection, which made parts like readily available. There was like a million different things you can do to the car. You guys remember? Well, Tip just showed in his other video the TPS thing. There was like little gadgets and diodes and stuff like that could trick the computer. The EGR delete. Then you started being able to change the throttle bodies and, you know, start making more horsepower on stock form. I mean, they did make 300 wheel torque, which was one of their better cars back in the day. What's up, Brutal? It's good to see you, my dude. Welcome to the channel. But yeah, they were user friendly. The cars were user friendly, even in a fuel injection. You know, what makes them popular is even in a fuel injection stock form, they're still easy and user friendly to work on for the most part. I mean, you shouldn't get frustrated at it and throw everything out the door and put a carburetor on it, but there's nothing wrong with a carburetor. But, you know, some people prefer that. But if you're going to do a carburetor, make sure you save all your fuel injection stuff, because you'll kill the value of the car just because people want to deal with fuel injection versus carburetor. So not in every scenario, but you get what I mean. But the aftermarket support for the cars were you know, amazing, you know, to say the least. You know, they were, when it transitioned over to fuel injection, then it was, you know, the aftermarket world just opened up for the most part. It was crazy. So turned 42 years ago and said, F it, Bought another Foxbody. Hadn't drove one since my dad took it away in 97. What was you doing to get it taken away, Steven? You're crazy. So, yeah, there was a lot of aftermarket support out there for him. Is that video quality looking good, bros? It's probably that damn LED light. We put up LED lights. You guys see my bench? Well, it's over here. But we made some. We'll take a break from what we're talking about. I'll show you. We made some benches this past week. Cousin Paul did. That rolled around. We're gonna put a new grinder at the other end of it. I mean, those are big, heavy-duty benches too. They're like pretty dope. I gotta have roll-around benches, man. So we did that this weekend or this past week. Cousin Paul did a good job at that. All right, Summit Racing had the whole Mustang section back in the day. Yes, and it was blue. It was blue, and it was like page 260 to 278. I got you, dog. I got you. What up, Brentford Rods? Good to see you, my man. Lamar Richardson. I had a 79 straight 6, an 88, 89 GT, and a 93 GT all before 95. That was the way. That was Mandalorian shit right there. That's the way. So anyways, going back to the aftermarket support, guys, they were just easy to modify. They made that carb EFI transition in 86. It wasn't, EFI is not rocket science. I mean, it's very simple. This sensor controls that sensor, controls this sensor, whatever. That's why we were easily manipulating them with A9Ls. You got more processing power in a watch. Yeah, we got decals. Well, we just got to get them up on our website. What's up, Jimmer? Do you see the price staying high or settling? Okay, so let me answer that question, and maybe B can, Brutal can jump in on that. I really think that the prices are going to continue to rise. And the thing of the matter is, it's just the way the market is. The market is so saturated with, there's just a lot of Fox bodies out there. And, people are starting to get to the point to where it's like, hey, I'm going to cash in on it. It's almost like Bitcoin. I hate to reference that, but Bitcoin's going to be like, how Bitcoin goes up and then it kind of comes down a little bit and goes up and it comes down. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Treetop Tom, what's up? Just got my 91 LX on and started in 70 millimeter throttle by Cedra. Even on a 70 MAF, started right up. Brutal, I used the TPS. That's right. I don't think Brutal knew how good that TPS video was going to be. I think he admits it. He says, and when I talked to him on the phone, I was like, man, that thing, like if you Google, Foxbody TPS, I think his like video comes up like first. That's crazy good. So easy to modify. What else are we talking about here? Perfectly suitable for everyday use, which we just talked about. Fox bodies are popular because of many, many reasons. And, it's good to see, I think it's that way, that, you guys, in chat, sharing your stories. This is what it's all about. I think they're on a rise. Huge part of it's inflation. They're gaining value in inflation, but the number one reason why Fox bodies are getting up in price is because the availability is starting to go away. And this is what happened to the 60s Mustangs. This is what happens to the, the 60s Camaros. It's not just Mustang. It's just what's next. Fox bodies are up. They're up on the, the spotlight, and they're going to be like this probably for another 10 or 15 years. Of course, they made more Fox bodies than they did anything in the 60s. So, they'll probably be around a little bit longer and probably take the hill for a while. But Yeah, I don't see them going up much further unless inflation increases again, which, like I said, gas prices, bro. Brutal. Throw in some new Summit 303 cam in the Project Fox. So, it's, I don't know if you guys knew, but Foxbodies, I think it was in 86 or 87, in the late 80s, Foxbody Mustangs actually saved the Mustang generation because they almost had a gap in the generation. We talked about this in one of our other live streams. They literally, they were going to get rid of the Foxbody and they were going to go right into the Probe GT, which was like a big fail. Okay. In outside of the supply and demand that goes on now, that would have been really bad for the Foxbody. But that was a possibility. And of course, the Foxbody was just considered a platform. They made a Zephyr. What was the other ones? The LTD. I think 50 Custom does a lot of these cars. Which other ones were Fox platforms? Was it the Mark 7? I don't know. Marquis? I don't remember. It's been a while. What car are you bringing to Ford Takeover, Neo? I'll definitely bring in the black car, but I'm probably going to be bringing 2 cars. I mean, that's an 11-hour trip, man. So bringing 2 diesel trucks is going to obviously be expensive at this point. Neil, how many Fox bodies do you own, personally or through the business? JR Juvie, my 88 GT5 speed won't start. If I just it off from the starter relay, it starts. I did the neutral safety switch bypass, added a secondary ground, new ignition switch. What other ideas could it be? Doesn't start, but starts at the relay. It's a tough one. Watch the Donut Media. Yeah, he does pretty good. He did a pretty good video on that. Reggie Jackson. Fox bodies are getting valuable. They are the new muscle cars. That's right. Grand Nationals are right behind it, though. Like, if I had a GM that I wanted to actually modify, it probably would have been a Grand National. I've mentioned that before, though. Grand National or one of the G bodies. I did like the SS Camaro, or excuse me, the SS Monte Carlo. Put an LS in that. But I'm not really a big thing. Yeah, LTD, the Capri was a good platform. The Capri, I'm actually really surprised about because, like nobody does any content on it. I mean, it was kind of the bastard the Mustang that nobody liked. I really liked the bubble backs. I really did. Got a 95-speed GT one owner California garage. Okay. All right, so there's another thing that makes them, and I wanted to mention it. Appreciate that, Tim. Got me $5 for the fuel fund to go to Tennessee. Appreciate it. Yeah, so we got a monetization little tab below. If you guys want to check out the join button for membership, that's what Tim is. He's actually a member of the guys in green, and you can donate to the channel below with the little monetization tab or whatever. Anyways, what we were talking about. There is tons of varieties of them. So, like, another thing that makes them kind of popular, in my opinion, is the fact that they made so many different variations of them. They had the coupe, you had the hatch, aka fastback. I wonder who told me that. You had the GTs and the convertibles and the Cobra. They had the Celine. You had the SSPs that were car chasers. You know what I mean? So it was always a good time, to see these cars and to have different like flavors, because you got your people that are hatchbacks, you got your people that are convertibles, you got your people. I mean, you even got 4-cylinder 2.3 guys. Like, I got a guy that I race stick shift. I don't really know him per se too well, but he has a stick shift Capri, and I think it's a 2.3, and that thing, it runs deep tens. It's crazy. See, I told you, fastback, aka hatchback. Anyway, So engine swaps, the variety of them. I mean, we're talking like, you know, it's a shame they made so many different, oops. Hey, if it goes like whatever, then, you know, just stick around. It'll come back. What's up, War Admiral? They are the perfect platform to mix old school muscle. That's correct. That's correct. What's up, Nathan Tuck, my man? One of my oldest members. It's good to see you in the house. Neo, you know the coupe is the best. LOL. Well, I'm a GT guy, man. I probably own 4 or 5 different coupes. I have an SSP. None of them are roadworthy. I do have a shell that's roadworthy, and we are going to be creating one ourselves. I mean, take a hatchback and make a coupe soon. But I'm a GT guy, man. I'm a GT guy. So no one knows vert T-tops the same. But like, you know, like I was saying, they made a lot of varieties of them. So that makes them kind of a little bit more popular. It kind of adds a little bit of a spice to it. You know what I mean? So, you know, the SSP having its heritage with being a cop cruiser, car chaser, or whatever you want to call it, that was always a big deal. So they're just legends, man. Foxbodies are just freaking legends, bro. You know, you show up to a racetrack, ain't a damn racetrack you don't show up to. You see a Foxbody coupe or a hatch there, all bumping around with big old tires on it. Boy, I tell you what, if the guy that gets out of that car is wearing some New Balance, white New Balance shoes, you about to get gapped, bro. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. About to get gapped. So. Give me 1 second here. Let me catch up on my chat. My chat. Oh boy. Sorry about that. Got that perfect DT. Man, come on. So, I mean, that's a lot of what I had to talk about, you know, in the Foxbody Mustangs. Really, the number one reason why they're the popularity that they are today, to be honest with you, is just the availability. The availability. It's supply and demand, folks. The inflation, all that stuff. Lloyd, pay attention to chat. Your question has been answered each time you asked it. Vert hardtop are essentially the same. The vert T-top hardtop is essentially the same. The glass is the body specific. That's correct. The vert, that's a tough one. Cleveland Fox, man, I appreciate the $10 donation to the channel, my man. To the channel. Helps me do some stuff like Dad's ridiculousness. Appreciate that, man. Just sold an 88 GT and I'm regretting it. That's right. Oh boy, this guy.
What's up?
You sleeping on the couch still, son?
Man, you know, you got to do what you got to do. You know, buy too many car parts, that's what happens.
Is this better or is this better?
Either way, I can turn mine. Let's see if it'll do it. How's that? Is that better?
Yeah, that look good, man.
All right. Well, hey, look, guys, I just wanted to pop in for a few minutes and say what's up. Andrew's on his way over, so I really can't hang around. But, yeah, dude, what's up with the camera, man? This is extra crispy. I can see every vein in your arm tonight. What? You guys see that?
I've been working hard at the gym, bro.
Yeah, but talk to me about this camera, man. What'd you do? Upgrade? It looks crispy.
No, you know what I did is look, let me show you. See the LEDs?
Oh, okay.
You got a third one that's going up. It's the lighting that did. I had a good ProStream camera. It's just the lighting was just on point. I'm like, damn. So I was looking at it through the camera earlier. I'm like, boy, I hope it shows up like that. That'd be crispy, bro.
It looks good, bro. It looks real good.
Hey,
man, look,
here you
go. Great topic tonight. I love
it.
And you killed the thumbnail, by the way, dude. It looks awesome.
You think so?
Dude,
that was probably one of the best pictures. I had a poster look just like that.
Hey, everybody give Neo some credit on that thumbnail because, dude, he killed it. His thumbnail game is off the chain. Oh, and y'all didn't see that behind me, by the way.
What, you giving up the stuff for tomorrow?
No, I go ahead and show it to you guys, though. I mean, it's just ponies. I mean, everybody knows we got them. I started saying,
those are sick. Dude, let me get a close-up. Or is that giving it away?
No, I'll let you guys see it. I mean, it's no surprise we all know what a fox body looks like with ponies, but
woo!
Got some meat on the back here.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, man, 17 by 10.
Hey, look at me. I'm like leaning under the car.
With some drag radials on it.
Yes, sir.
Well, look, guys, I just wanted to pop in for a few minutes. I guess as soon as Andrew comes up, I got to go because I got a big surprise for him. So let's see.
Man. I appreciate you popping in.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Sleeping on the job. I was just reading a couple of the comments. Yes, fresh coil cut. So we got some stuff. We got some stuff coming up on this car. As you can see, I did start sanding on it, and I'm gonna let Neo paint this one. So,
man, come on, dog. I'm not painting that. Yeah, hey, you know what the best buffer is for a guy who doesn't know how to paint really well?
Wet sand.
Buy really good paint.
Look, or if you don't know how to paint that good, the old buffer.
Yeah, put 4 layers and cut 3 out.
Pretty much, man. Pretty much. Well, hey, look, everybody, hit that like button. Neo's been killing it lately. He has been pumping out some content. I'm very proud of him. Y'all hit that like button. Look, everybody have fun. I'm going to go ahead dip out tonight. I just wanted to pop in and say hey to everybody.
I appreciate you. I'll be hollering at you.
All right, man. Sounds good.
All right,
see y'all.
Thank you. Yeah, man. Big Brutal in the house. I appreciate everybody who supports his channel. You guys know he'd be killing it, man. You know, that stance video that he just did, legitimately, man, that's something that we have been preaching for years, you know, and I talk about it, you know, all the time with him. Like, I mean, you go out there and spend $300 or $400 on those spring kits, you know, some of them are good. You know, I'm not saying that EBOC, and I'm not saying that the Sportline stuff and the Ford Racing stuff isn't good. I'm not saying coilover stuff isn't good. Shit, all my stuff is coilover. But, you know, the rear stuff is all factory GT stuff that I've cut like a coil out of. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, some of the parts that you have on a Foxbody Mustang don't need to be replaced. You know, you just modify them, whatever. So, Neo, do you have pony centers for sale? I got a bunch of them. Does Dad ever drive Dad's car? No. Yes. My dad's 70. I love my dad to death, but his days of getting crazy and loopy on the street are kind of over. But you get him behind a little bit of horsepower and he wakes up. You know, it's that. You know, it's like riding a bicycle. You guys know what I'm talking about. So what we did with Dad's car kind of made sense. You know what I mean? Give him a little bit of power, have a little bit of fun with, but be safe. You know what I mean? We probably won't cage the car. Neo, you and Brutal really have inspired me to buy another Foxbody. Man, I appreciate that, Carter. I do appreciate that. Okay. I'm just trying to catch up with comments, guys, so I'm sorry if there's a pause. I'm so glad I got a Fox again. When I did, I was out of the Fox ownership. Superfly Garage in the house. What's up, my dude? It's truly about the stance. It sucks to buy E-Box and have to cut them. Yeah, so what happened to the dynos? What happened at the dyno session? The video is just not out yet. There's another video before the dyno session that you're going to get this week. So what we're doing this week, we're about 45 minutes in the stream, so I'll talk about it. What we're doing actually this week is we are releasing a video tomorrow to talk about the Black Mustangs. I had a good weekend this weekend. It was good weather. So I wanted to bring it out and, you know, shake the dust off, give it a bath, whatever. It'd be a cool video. I appreciate the following on it. Wednesday is going to be Dad's car, its video, and then Friday is going to be the most likely to be the dyno. So got a couple things to talk about before then. Some serious bro crushing. The weakness of a stock 50-ounce crank would be great discussion. So yeah, I mean, it's no doubt that it's not the block, it's the crank. It's actually, and specifically, it's number 2. A lot of the stress and a lot of the load, for some reason, at that crank spot likes to break, and I've done 3 of them myself. Bama 5-0. Hey guys, I've got a friend here close to me in Bama. 5-lug rear swap, 2 sets of rears and more. All right. Neo, ever cut out rear coils? Ever cut a coil out of rear springs and had one side sit? Yes. My black car does that. I cut them out evenly, got them stanced evenly on the car with the isolators, and it's just still crooked. So that's what I used the weight jackers for. If you guys know what weight jackers are, I had a real nice set of weight jackers that allowed me to jack the car up and give it that extra half-inch back. So that's why I went to those, because I wanted the stance is everything to me. I've had people tell me that the black car stance looks like trash with the 10.5-inch wheels on the back and the 315 tires. And I'm like, the only reason why I stuck them out an extra 1/8 of an inch is because I got 3-inch pipes coming by the tires. So Cleveland Mustang, that would be a good one. Aftermarket block, internal balance for the win. That is correct. 363 and my 408 are both internally balanced. Prices of Fox bodies, back on topic, and I'm going to continue hitting this. The availability is just getting scarce. So if you're out there and you find a Fox body that's savable, you guys seen my last couple of videos where I had brought that red GT home 2-tone with the black interior in it. I wanted the black interior for another build, but after looking over that car, you got to kind of second guess parting a car out, changing a car's complexion, or selling it. Because now I got a point to where I got a convertible that's a piece of trash, which you guys see me bring that home, and it's got a 97,000-mile motor on it that runs almost amazing. So why not take that out, clean it like Tip did the last video with his engines, and why don't we put it in this new car and try to save one? You know, that's where I'm kind of at now. Larry Bird, what up? 87 Vert with my 8 GT, best car I made. That's right. Hell, I've got 10.5. Yeah, you know, I mean, I have them stanced out. I have the black car stanced out perfectly to where it's got the stance and the footprint that I want in the back. But like I said, I wish I could tuck it about another 1/4 inch, but I can't bring them in anymore because my 3-inch tailpipes are literally sitting about that far from the tire. So, so you guys, what do you guys think about not the prices of Fox bodies, but, you know, staying on topic, what was the one thing that made, you know, that made it so popular for you? What's the one thing, here we go. What's the one thing on a Fox body that is a must-have for your Fox body? What is the one thing on the Fox body is a must-have for you? Because they're popular, you love them, and that's actually a whole nother content topic of the live stream, and we'll probably talk about that. Neil, non-Mustang Fox bodies few, they are cheap. Yep. Man, I appreciate that, JK. For me, the one thing on a Fox body that has to happen is I got to have the wheels. I got to either have Cobra R's or I got to have 275 315s in the back. It's got to be a must-have outside of the exhaust. He said everything. Wheels, yeah, that's what I said. You know, I was going to say the Celine wing, but I figured I'd get a bunch of tomatoes thrown through my computer here. You know, you guys all throw tomatoes at me. Window tint. What? Rims. There's another one. Rims. Cow hood in the house. Okay. Exhaust is a big one, too. I mean, I was going to say exhaust first, but, you know, turbo system, you know, fender exits. The one thing for me is sound. It was Flowmasters. All right, all right. Throat punch racing. It was the car growing up. Now that I have, okay, teenagers. Aluminum drive shaft. That's a must. That's your first one, Lamar? He said 10. The 5% 10. Who you hiding from, Coyote boy? Come on, dog. What's the one thing that you got that's a must-have on a Foxbody? One thing. I mean, since they're so popular, if you had a stock Mustang sitting in the driveway, what's the one thing you had to have first? 5-inch monster tank. Listen, tell me you drag race without telling me you drag race, Matt G. That's what I'm talking about. Give me my 5-inch tack on both of my dashes. I'll take them. Hood must be flat black. Interesting. Vortex, just whining and crying. The heritage. That Foxbody. Listen, I got you, Jimmy. I mean, because you know that Foxbody sound even in stock form with the mufflers. Subframes, okay. Forced induction. Be more specific. Honestly, exhaust, okay. 410 gears on a 5-speed. You like to party, bro. You miss every ditch. Went aftermarket block and kept the V1 straight gears. All right. Clean interior. I got my 88 GT passed on to me from my dad. I just spent $9K on the suspension, engine, turbo, Holly, etc., etc. That's not terrible. I mean, you figure engine probably $3K. Turbo system. What's up, Blue Oval Media in the house? Back in the 90s, a CD player. That was a must-have. All right. Now, let me double down on that, Kenny Sean. If it was a CD player, which brand? Don't be hiding behind no Jensen, son. Don't be hiding behind no Jensen right now. I think the first thing should be understanding wife. Shit, I wasn't married then, bro. Thank God. 5-speed, 5-speed, 5-speed. I got it. Kenwood. All right. Why? Because your name was Kenny? I'm just messing with you. Kenwood was strong. What was the one that I used the most? God, I can't even remember. It wasn't Kenwood. It was Clarion. Clarion was my shit with JBLs. Oh, man. Take me back, bro. Take me back. Pioneer, bro. That's some... Listen, Sears and Roebuck was like, I used to work there. It was like my first job. And like Sears and Roebuck was just terrible for that. They had Pioneer everything. And Pioneer wasn't bad. It was kind of like middle of the road, but it was always Pioneer. Needs to be a 5.0 stumbled into a T-top. Alpine. Ooh, snap. I like this. I like this conversation. I like where this conversation went. Damn, this could be a whole... I could have a list. You know what? That's what we're going to do next stream. I'm going to have a whole list of questions for you guys in chat to engage in. And it's going to be all this old shit we're about to talk about right here. Long tubes, X-pipe, and 2.5-inch Flowmasters. Exhaust system. I get it. Cassette tape. MTX subs. Is that the... MTX is... Was that Fosgate? Bro. Romford Fosgate amp. I still have like 3 of them back there. I don't even know if they work. They're big too. Kenwood. Just got my 89 GT running and driving first time since 19. Swapped the nice. That's what I'm talking about, man. It's about getting it on the road, Josh. Nakamichi? What is that, bro? Clarion, bro. Clarion radio. Okay, so I had a Ford Escort. I'm gonna get real with y'all. Like, I didn't grow up with shit. I mean, my mom and dad did what they had to do to provide food on the table, to pay the bills, and to give me a good education. And I learned that shit. I said to myself, you know, I'm not going to be like my dad. I'm not going to be like my mom, but I'm going to carry their ethics and their morale. but I'm gonna strive to be strong. You know, I'm gonna try to take care of them by the time I'm 40 years old. And that's pretty much what I do now. But the one thing, I didn't have anything. Like I was secondhand. Like I had a Ford Escort. That was one of my first cars. It was like a 4-door Ford Escort, like 85, bro. You know, them little baby ass cars. And I had two 15-inch. What did I have? Jensen's in the back. And I built the box because, you know, I couldn't afford the box. And I had a Rockford Fosgate amp that was about yay big, bro. And I had a Clarion radio that I bought at a swap meet. The guy gave it to me for like $10. He didn't even know what it was. Man, I used to just, you know, 90s music was all strong in the bass, but that's where it was at, bro. We used to get these books. Like we used to get these books that you can get like cheap, like sound stuff, amplifiers. And it wasn't just, you know, the like cheap version blah, you know, it was like blah punked and Clarion and Jensen and all that stuff, but you could get like the, you know, cheap subs and shit. Pull out detachable face. Man, the pull out radios were crazy, man. Come on, bro. Oh, take me back. Take me back. With 212 subs and a hatch. I'll tell you what, man, I can't do that now. Like I couldn't do that now. Like if we got, I couldn't hook up a stereo now. I mean, I could barely hear as it is. I'm gonna need glasses here in a year. I mean, I've outgrown that shit, but you know what? I wouldn't mind just kind of on a low level hearing some Sony or something pounding in the back, just a little bit, play a little Run DMC or, you know, a little bit of Dr. Dre or something, you know. The slap in the 5-speed Phoenix Gold. A lot of my shit was secondhand, so I didn't have no money. But they took care of me. Rockford Fosgate was the shit. Listen, that little ass amp, I used to bridge it. You guys know what I'm talking about? Where you can get more output from one signal. I think it's how I blew it up. But man, that thing used to, I damn near broke my window on my back. It's good times. You know, March, that's funny, Mustang Joe. I just got rid of an old school March Ram kit that came with a car. It was in a brand new in a box. It was crazy. Becker box. Okay, so hold on a second. I got a giveaway. You guys want a giveaway? Now, I promised this last week, and I forgot. So we're going to do a giveaway. 6x9s, bro. This is some good shit right here. Crutchfield. Crutchfield was a good book. That was a good book. I got it, boys. Remembers the gooseneck. Try choosing CDs at 100 disc. Right. Like you used to have the disc changers. You hit a bump and the shit would go to another CD. You know you want to play with Houdini. Wow. I want that hat in the white card. Yeah. Send it. I got merch for sale, guys. I mean, these are all vinyl. Like all my shirts are vinyl. All my hats are sewn. You know what I mean? So that's not sticker stuff. Like you'll wash this shirt 100 times and that won't crack once. So if you guys are interested in merch, you know, hit me up at neomustangs@hotmail.com. I mean, just put merch in the subject, and you know we can get you some merch for show. The giveaway though, all right. So we had promised last week. Well, you know what? We'll make that. That's what I'm going to come out with next week. I think I'm going to give a list of questions for you, like you know, pony wheels or turbines. Cobra R hood or 4-inch lift hood, stock hood, right? And we're going to keep score. Damn, that's going to be fun. That'd be crazy. So last week I couldn't find this. This is actually the first time me opening it. Oh yeah. What's up? Huge shout out to, I'm trying to roll the right way. Huge shout out to Handler Motorsports, but this thing's like 6 foot by whatever. See it? It's the one that's hanging on the wall here. So if you guys are interested in getting this, we're going to give this away. He gave away one by himself last week. And I'll pick somebody. It's an easy peasy shipper, whatever. This was actually the one that I couldn't find. It was sitting right in front of me. So, Super Tuner, bro. Super Tuner. We're going to give away the banner. So, let's do hashtag Hanlon. Please just enter once. We'll do that. And then I'll, when we stop doing it and I pick it, please don't do any more hashtags. So, if you want the banner, I'll ship it to you for free, no problem. Hashtag Hanlon, and we'll give that out to you. He gave it to me to give away to the stream in Christmas, and I didn't do that, and I apologize to Hanlon himself. But a huge shout out to Hanlon Motorsports. They are a sponsor of the channel. He's a good friend of mine. I've been friends with his mom and dad for a very, very long time. I do business outside of, obviously outside of, YouTube. So, just enter once, please, guys. I mean, I'm not going to, just because you entered early doesn't mean that I'm not going to scroll up and find you. So, matter of fact, we're good to go. Keep hashtagging. It does that. It does that pretty much every time at 1 hour. I don't know why it does that. So give me a thumbs up. We're good to go. We're good. You guys know it does that. It does that to me. It does that to Brutal too. It does that to everybody on live stream for the most part. So let's roll. Hashtag Hanlon for the banner. I will scroll well. Hashtag Hanlon. You know you want it. You know you want it. You know you want it. It'd be a cool garage piece right here, man. Give it another minute or two. Let the chat catch up. Man, I had a really good time with this stream today. It's a good time. I know we had a little bit of a bump in chat, so we will continue to let the hashtags happen. Keep rolling with the hashtags. So again, if you're interested in any of the merch that I have for sale, just contact me at Neomustangs at Hotmail, and we can get you some stuff out. You know what I mean? It's not that hard. Storm and Norman Hood. All right, here we go. For the banner, I'm going to scroll up to where it started, and then I'm going to scroll down and scroll away. But wherever my arrow lands is where it lands. And it landed on that was a comment. Let me keep going. That was a comment. Nope. Oh, comment. Sorry. Just going to click. Ready? God dog it. This is stupid, man. Mustang guys. Oh, did he do it? I am too far up. Sorry, I'm failing at giving this stuff away. I'm not looking at the chat. I'm just clicking. Boom, there it is. Corey Tarango. There you go. Good Lord, I suck at that. Corey Tarango, you are the winner of the Hanlon Motorsports banner. If I don't hear anything from you in the next few days, then this will be up for giveaway next week. So Hanlon Motorsports. So Corey, contact me at neomustangs@hotmail.com and we will hook you up. Like I clicked on Lamar and I clicked on Mustang Guy 6. I was just like, what I was trying to do was not see chat and just click on whoever was hashtag over here on the screen, and I failed at it. So I apologize for those that were coming up. It's my bad. So, anyways, we'll get with you guys. Congratulations, Corey. So, anyways, yeah, Fox bodies are popular, boys. If you got a Fox body and you know you want to modify it, you got it for a couple grand, couple $100, whenever you got it, don't get rid of it. Don't wreck it. You know, if you see one out there, man, I know where there's a Cobra sitting in a field that's literally planted to the ground. But, you know, people like that shouldn't own Fox bodies. It's just terrible. Hey, Dan, do you have any 3-bar GT40s? Will I lose compression with them? No. The 3-bar GT40s are already like a 62cc. But like a GT40 P-head is like a 57. That's why I like P-heads more. They got a better flow rate. They flow just a tad better. They get the same valve. Exhaust valve is smaller. But the design is a little bit better. It burns a little more efficiently. But everybody knows P-heads suck for their stupid plug angles. When we just did that shit on Dad's car, I had a problem. Channel 2L, like click, 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 click. Yeah, I'm terrible. I'm terrible. I'll get better at that. Sell it to put your kid through. Yeah. Fox bodies ain't going nowhere, man. They're just going up in price. Like, what did the Cobra R sell for? Where are they at now? I think they're probably like what, 200, 250, 225? Like, I'm talking like no mileage bubble car, because that's kind of how we set our standards. And you know, where Cobra's at right now? 35, 45, 55 grand? It's ridiculous. Pro Max Performance, seriously, best bang for dollar if you want power for small block Ford. $1,100 for a pair complete. You talking about heads? So you talking about 100K was a Cobra. The Cobra R was like double that, I would imagine. Pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so I'm gonna hit you guys with a couple questions. We're gonna have a little bit of fun, just like we were doing earlier, because that's actually kind of fun. So, how do I want to start this one? Cobra R wheels, saline wheels, saline wheels. Which one? And why? It's a question for you guys in chat. You guys know my answer. Shit. I mean, you silly pimp. Cobra R or saline wheels. Woo! Just like to look better. Wow, Celine just come from the rear, man. Picked everybody up. Pip, I'm 6'5". I couldn't fit in the back. Put the hatch up, bro. Take the top down. Cobra R, but Celine deep dish. That's right. Well, Celine was also 18-inch, so 18s look really good on Celine. Like, there's that black notchback picture with the chrome Celines that, like, everybody uses. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I don't know if Corey knew that he won. We'll see if the Celine, just clean look. Hatch with Celine. Okay. What's the next one? You're a little bit late there, Jason. If they made an 18-inch, it would look better. I think they tried with the Cobra R, but it wasn't very good. I was a Cobra R guy. Like the Salines were always nice, but the Fitment always sucked. Remember the hub problem trying to cheat the rotor in the front? So I was always a Cobra R guy. Even though I have the 04 Cobra reps on my black car, but I also have other wheels for it too. But Salines are definitely timeless. So Cobra R hood or 3-inch cow. Which cow hood? Which cow hood was the best? He said neither. I ain't going to Pebble Beach. You're crazy. LXGT or Whaletail. They had an 18-inch Cobra R. I had a car 2 years ago. 2-inch cow. That's a small cow. Cobra R hood. Best bang for the book. It was Twisted Wedge. 3-inch cow. Yep. So I never really was a big fan of just the 3-inch cow. I was always a fan of the Cobra R hoods. The SBO really wasn't a big deal. I mean, that's not really something I gave a shit about for the most part. Need to chat with you, bro, for real. Okay. But I had a blast, Neo. Keep up the good work, man. I appreciate it. Have a good night. I'll see you soon. Cobra R hood. Like all my shit is Cobra R. One of the biggest things I like about the Cobra R hood, you guys can probably see it right here, but it barely clears. Like some of these turbo kits with big turbos, I can get this little Cobra hood in underneath that. You can see it just kind of sits right here on that turbo, but it doesn't burn it. You know what I mean? Deck kit. The real Cobra R's are nice. The 4-lug version are hideous. Now you're talking about the ones that's got the stamp on them. Those are on my dad's car. The real ones. They're kind of hard to find too. That's why I never sold them, and I keep them nice and clean. We painted what we did to Dad's Cobra R's is they're all the originals. We cleaned the backside and got all the corrosion off it so it didn't kind of like creep in on the paint. And we painted them with that high heat aluminum paint or whatever. Well, an Explorer intake with a 1-inch spacer fit under a stock hood, I'm pretty sure. 2,700 a pair for an additional 2,500 horsepower. They add you to fly cut pistons. Great head. Additional 1,600 gets a lot of anti-roll. Cobra R's are timeless. I mean, they made them in so many different colors. Do they make a Cobra R hood for an 86? I'm pretty sure they do. Celine Sternwing wheels. They made, I'm almost positive they make pretty much every hood for the 86 as they did for the Fox Euro 87 and up. I mean, you guys got tech questions, you guys can hit me up. We're getting towards the end of the stream. Got a few minutes more. Like I said, if you guys want to check out that join button below, the members are already looking at the videos for the week, but there's other perks as well, and it does go to support the channel. So I appreciate everybody who does. I appreciate those who continue. I just appreciate you guys watching me ramble. Too strong. Good evening. Storm and Hood was good. Would you recommend a GT40 intake or an older Holley EFI intake? Depends on the price, right? Holley Terminator X doesn't use math. That's correct. Work in the morning, fellas. Thanks for the laughs. It's a great time. I love the Fox. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you Damn, man. Shit. I appreciate. Hey, we got a new member. I appreciate that. Mustang guy 6501. I apologize for clicking on your name for the banner. It wasn't the hashtag one, so I do appreciate that. I think this is Brutal's buddy that lives close to him. He speaks very highly of you, man. What's up with these aftermarket block? Can't get any. All these foundries, it's just the materials. I have both of those to choose from. That's nice. That's cool. I do appreciate the new member. Slow Fox, how much corn do I need to grow for a tank? How much corn do I need to grow for? Dude, my buddy actually made that shit, man. He actually made some E85. It actually half-ass worked. It was pretty good. Holly HB or Terminator X? Terminator X. Rescue, a 550 lip will get you in trouble no matter what, but the twisted wedge add more clearance. That's correct. It's crazy. So let's talk about what's coming. I don't know how many of you guys are heading to Chocolate Fox, the event in Hershey, PA. I'm pretty sure that we are going to be there. I was going to surprise everybody, but I mean, that really doesn't mean anything. So we're going to probably have a pop-up tent there, vendor spot. Probably have my car in between me and Hanlon again, I would imagine, unless he has somebody else there representing. I don't know who else is showing up. What up, dude? So if you guys, I'm probably going to be at Chocolate Fox. So, get a chance to see everybody. Now, if my black car, you guys will find out what's going on with the black car tomorrow. So if that's ready, then that's what's going to show up. So I might take the white car behind me to Chocolate Fox, and then maybe take the black car and something else to Ford Takeover. So I didn't plan to show the Chocolate Fox, but FTO will possibly Mustang Week. Yeah, Mustang Week for sure. I'll be there. I don't want to do Mustang Week because it's going to be a shit show. You know it is. But I definitely am interested in at least experiencing one of them. You know what I mean? I've been trying to get the Mustang Week for the last 5 years. And this time I got the money to do it set aside, and we're going to get a townhouse. That's what I want to do. I think I was talking about getting a townhouse with a couple other friends. And, parking our trailers right there and having a good time. Riding the white car, not 6 hours. You should definitely be next to Hanlon. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where we'll set up. I'm not sure what the plan is just yet. So I got to talk to Jen at Resto. So see what she's got laid out for people, like plan wise. Larry Bird, the Cam Specs and Anderson website for recommendations. Most of them are. Hanlon, Timothy is night, guys. All right, man. Lloyd, I appreciate you showing up, bro. Are you going to hit the Chocolate Fox show? I don't think so. Is there something different? Anyone on the West Coast do Fabulous Fords forever? Will one of you guys take me on a fast ride at Ford? Yeah, Hanlon's going to be bringing his Coyote swap stripper car. Huh. What's up, Jason Field, man? Where you been at? Dude, I appreciate you, the $9.99 donation to the channel, dude. I mean, you've been a pretty consistent, donator to the channel. I just want to give a big shout out and thank you. For sure. All that stuff goes right back into the channel. I'll pay my electric with that stuff. Got my job. Appreciate you, man. I heard this was last year of the Mustang Week. That's correct. That's why I'm going to it. That's why I'm heading to it. So, I got to at least experience it once. And I hope it's not some hangover shit, Hanlon Motorsports. Don't be getting me on some hangover shit. Got to call in reinforcements to find out where the hell my car's at. My buddy got arrested down there last year. Police, definitely not going to get arrested. I will be going. Nice. What's up, Smitty Bad? Danny Walker, without knowing gears or tire selection, rear shock springs will help plan. Yeah, he is, for sure. I look forward to seeing you guys at these events this year. Like I said, I didn't have Chocolate Fox planned, but it's only 5 hours from me, and that's still a long way. But I mean, it's not that bad. You know, Ford Takeovers, we're going to leave earlier in the week and just take our time to get there. Me and Cousin Paul, and Sandy, the photographer for the channel, and you guys know Cousin Paul. So we're going to take our time getting there. But Mustang Week is in between all that, so I want to hit, Chocolate Fox, Ford Takeover, Mustang Week, and then obviously I'd love to come down to Foxtober Fest again. So I was in the show, but it just broke. I just broke my crank. Dang it. Carlos Rivera, good night, my man. I appreciate you, the support the channel, dude, being the member. I will see you guys soon in member chat. If you have the slowest race car, I'll jump in. If you have the slowest. I'm going to put street drag radios on the back of my black car this year, man. I ain't effing around. This pedaling 700 horsepower up the damn street, it just, spinning ain't winning, bro. Spinning ain't winning. I know you like the man pedal, but will you ever do an AODC4 project? Wonder why your black car would do auto. That's funny you say that, because I'm just about to, it's not my car, but it's supported by the channel. Part of it. We're going to be adding a C4. We're going to be adding a auto driven car to the channel. You'll see. You'll see. Are you going to be at Norwalk? I will. Hanlon, do you have discounts at the shows? Looking to buy my TKO 600 trans with 600 wheel horse. Do not buy a TKO 600. Do not buy a TKO 600. Buy a TKX. They're almost the same damn price. And you'll thank me later. I mean, if you're dead set on a TKO, man, the TKO and the TKX both in the same way. With the same shit. All right, so the real reason the Foxbody price is going up for price is so much, there's no need to extra stay out of the wall track. Excuse me. Replacement parts cost to be easy to fix. Smoke on demand always makes me smile. That's right. All right, so we got a couple more minutes left, guys. Again, if you're interested in some merch, we do have the website. This is kind of rudimentary, but we do have the website coming up. Check me out at neomustangs@hotmail.com. Cody, make sure your Tarango, make sure you hit me up at that email to get your banner. I'll ship that out, no problem. But got a couple other questions here I'll answer, and then we'll head out. Neo, I believe Norwalk race is the same as weekend as Ford Takeover. Yeah, I'm not missing Ford Takeover. I go to Ford. I'm driving 11 hours so I can hang out with the other content creators, race my car a little bit, have a little bit of fun, and mainly to go there and see my the members of my channel. You know what I mean? So, NMRA. If you're talking about NMRA, they can pound salt. You know why? Trying to keep me out of the stick shift event. It's all right. It's all right. They didn't want none, bro. I'm stupid. Oh, so what do we got going on with the white car? Is that what you asked? Anyway, if you notice that you'll see tomorrow that I haven't changed anything yet on the black car, and I haven't changed anything on the white car. Hell, I didn't even winterize them. I just kept them in a heated garage, but there are a couple things that we are going to be doing to make them better. And it's just a couple tweaks and we're done. I can't wait to see automatic. That's right. All right, Smitty, have a good night, man. Yep. That's what I said. All right, guys. So we're going to pretty much wrap this live stream up. If we got any more questions or concerns, I'm going to give it about another 30 or 45 seconds. But I want to do some maintenance. Big shout out to my cousin Paul and Smurfit, his wife. Big shout out to cousin Fred, Hanlon Motorsports, my sponsor, Donnie B over at Anderson Ford Motorsports. My dude Brutal for dropping in. Appreciate you, Nakia. If you guys haven't subbed to them, I don't know what you're doing. Guys, check your calendars, man. If you can make it to Chocolate Fox, you can make it to Ford Takeover, man. We're going to be there. We're going to be hanging out, having a good time. Man, you're a long way from everything except snow. That's right. That's right. Neil, what's fun is always great knowledge. Yeah, so next week we're going to probably do a kind of a fun live stream. I think I'm going to be asking you guys questions, kind of like what we were doing earlier. You know, maybe we'll bring in a a special guest or whatever. So I want to be big shout out to the soldiers that are possibly going overseas to with whatever's going on. So prayers to their family and I'm a big vet. I'm a big Army guy, just military guy. So hope they're safe if they do end up going overseas from whatever's going on in the world. So shout out to the military. Be safe. We love you. We make it home safe. So felt I needed to say that. Outside of that, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. What do we got coming up for these videos this week? I got a chill car ride tomorrow. It's going to be a cool car ride video. Again, we have a video. Something happened with Dad's car. I'm not going to give it up. You guys are going to have to watch it. It's going to come out Wednesday. I fixed it. Maybe. It's maybe didn't fix it. Shit, I don't know. You find out. So, and then we got some dyno videos coming up. So, outside of that, guys, I appreciate everything. You have a good night. I will see you this week in the videos. Thank you for joining the live stream.